Okay, so moving on to your, what we might call your late teenage years, what were your recollections? Who was your first girlfriend? Or was there first girlfriend?
Well, the first girl I ever kissed was in Potchefstroom.
Oh yeah.
She was the neighbour of my my granny.
Oh yeah, what was her name?
And I think a very, oh gosh, yeah, Mary Hare.
Mary Hare.
I think, yeah, H-E-R-R. Actually, a distant relative.
Oh, okay, she was a Jewish girl, was she?
Yeah, she is.
Oh yeah, and was that great? Was that a big point for you? How old were you?
I haven't got a clue. It was an innocence, sort of. It was
Frolic,
great.
yes. Then basically, basically after the war would have been just when you were 15 to 20, so...
I would say that that was the age of my sport. Played a lot of tennis, which I was good at.
Right.
I played rugby, which wasn't all that good. I played hockey for the first team, Parktown.
And did you know?
Swam a bit, ran a bit. Very keen on all sports.
And of course, at that time, I think General Smuts was the leader, no?
Yeah.
And what do you remember anything of the politics of the country?
I was completely ignorant of the politics.
And did the racial attitudes of people change between the 30s and the 40s at all?
Well, I just know of this is the time when I started being slightly affected by the difference between white and black.
Okay.
Where my mother, who is just a nice person, used to call our servant boy.
Yeah.
And here I was addressing an adult as boy. And
yes. Did that grate you, even then?
I couldn't accept. I found it very strange.
Right. Mm-hmm. And were your family, would you say, more liberal or more racist, or wasn't it an issue in those days? I suppose they were United Party supporters?
Yeah, UP supporters. And I would say they weren't politically minded at all.
Mm.
But if anything, my father was no, actually never thought of him in political ways.
And were you bullied at school at all?
No, not really.
Mm-hmm.
I stood up for myself.
You're a tough guy, little guy.
Wasn't tough, but I had a few fights. But,
yeah.
I don't think that I was the sort of person that they could just bully.
Mm. You weren't an easy.
Said that,
you didn't make an easy victim.
No, I wasn't an easy victim.
So, come 1948, obviously the National Party came to power here in South Africa. Do you remember that?
Yes, I distinctly remember this as being a great tragedy.
And how do you remember that being a great tragedy?
That from now onwards, life would not be good. It just hadn't decided. But at this stage, though, no. At 17, I was at university.
Which university did you go to? Witwatersrand University.
Yeah, and I had at this stage my attitudes were becoming to be very liberal, and so therefore it was their background as Nazis that I was worried about.
Mm-hmm. So it was effectively like a bunch of Nazis taking power.
Yeah, that's to me.
That
is my attitude. Yeah.
And as the years went by, obviously they weren't exactly Nazis, but they were very right-wing and racist, weren't they? So what changes did you notice in the 50s? Did you see the changes being at university? And
yeah, well, I became a member of the Liberal Party, which in itself was frowned upon.
Mm-hmm. Was that before?
And I was open in my dislike of apartheid.
Right. Did you protest?
Yeah. But not But I'm not. I wasn't ever a politician.
Okay, so there were student protests and so forth, yeah?
Yeah.
And then...
Oh yes. So I think I was very lucky. I was sent on an overseas. Actually, it was the second students' tour, NUSAS tour of Europe.
What year was that?
Oh, 19. Gosh, I've got to work it out. 1949.
Right, okay. And how did you go to Europe? Via a steamship? Union Castle?
Union Castle.
Via which port?
Cape Town, straight to Southampton.
So you took the train to Cape Town and then
Yeah.
you took the...
Yeah,
And how long did that take? 2-3 weeks? Or
2 weeks.
2 weeks. And then from Southampton you went to London by train?
Well, it was a pre-arranged tour. We went to London,
Yes.
various countries in Europe.
Okay. Which countries did you visit?
France, Belgium, Italy, Switzerland.
Wonderful. How long did that take?
I think about 6 weeks. It was a wonderful tour.
Yeah. So did it open your eyes to the world?
Exactly, it did. It was
Yes.
the start of my, interest in travel.